back to the Indy Boys Racing Podcast. What a weekend, guys. We have an era of new champions in NASCAR. What a weekend. My name is Tristan Grider, joined with my co-hosts Chaney and Justin Cox. We have a very special NASCAR-filled episode this week. I think we're only really going to talk about NASCAR today. Besides, maybe a little bit of IndyCar at the beginning and some F1 at the end. But it's a NASCAR episode, guys. It's a NASCAR episode, which means I'm happy. But it's going to be the last
F1. The next two are F1.
Yeah, it's the last NASCAR episode of the season, which is a little disappointing. NASCAR is over. Jay, how are you today, man?
Man, I'm all right. I've had a pretty good day today, actually. So, it hasn't been too bad. Had class and took a test. We'll see how that went. And then, I don't know, just we've been working on the Indy Boys Discord server. Should be coming out here quite soon. Maybe not this week, but maybe in the coming weeks. So, that should be something new here in the next few weeks. And also, there will be a link below for the Indy Boys Cup series. It'll be an artificial intelligence racing series on iRacing. So you don't have to partake in it. You can just watch it and see how your driver does. And we did
kind
it
of like the Affleck Cup series, Double E Cup series, kind of back in the day.
Simulated, but just actually simulated on a game. Yeah. So you just sign up. Choose a number. The link for that will be below. It's a Google form. You just fill out everything in the Google form real fast, and that's it. So, yeah. So those are kind of the things I've been working on here recently. We've all been working on, so it'll be fun. So yeah.
Dan, what's going on, my man?
I've actually been doing really good. I got to see my favorite artist in concert on Saturday. That was pretty sick. Yeah, I got to see Dayglow. I got a new poster for the backdrop now.
Nice.
It's right above the giant beanbag, which is also relatively new. But it was a really good concert. I had no voice Sunday, like, at all. Got to watch a lot of racing this weekend.
Yeah.
Got to watch none of my championship picks win.
I got to see two of them.
Yeah. Two of mine came in second, bro. Second.
Yeah.
Like,
cry about it.
He said cry about it.
When they were checking like the Ty Gibbs car like till 2 a.m, I was like, "There's no shot, right?" I was like, "There's no shot." Something switches and I get 5 points off this. But that didn't happen. But I thought it was a really good weekend of racing, honestly.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk all about the championship winners. Beautiful thumbnail, by the way, on this episode. Thanks, Jay, for the beautifulness of seeing all those drivers on there. Let's talk about the champions really quick. Congratulations to Zane Smith, finally winning the Truck Series Championship for the third straight year. He has made the championship for last 2 seasons. He's finished second. This season, he finishes first. Congratulations to Zane, my personal favorite Truck Series driver, and has been on the Indy Boys social media before. We interviewed him at IRP, so happy that we can have kind of someone that is affiliated with the show win a championship. Ty Gibbs wins the Xfinity Series Championship. Whether you like him or not, he outdrove all of Junior Motorsports on Saturday night, took home his Xfinity Series title, and was pretty much confirmed to be going Cup Series racing in 2023. So congrats to Ty Gibbs. And also thoughts and prayers with the entire Gibbs family after the loss of Coy Gibbs this weekend, the day after his son wins the championship. That's heartbreaking. And thoughts and prayers go out for Ty Gibbs and his whole family. Let's go Cup Series now. The Cup Series champion. I'm wearing his first championship hat on my head. 2018 champion. Now a 2-time champion. The 22 won it in 22. Joey Logano wins the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series championship. I picked him at the beginning of the playoffs. So did Jay. However, I switched my championship pick last minute, so I don't get those points, guys. But for the first season in a long time, all 3 of the race winners have been the Cup Series champion. So I think it's the first time since 2018 that's happened. So that's super awesome. Rookie of the Years. Let's talk about the Rookie of the Years really quick. Austin Cindric wins the Cup Series Rookie of the Year. Austin Hill punches his way to the Xfinity Series Rookie of the Year. I like my little punch there.
Ooh.
And Corey Heim wins the Truck Series Rookie of the Year. So pretty awesome for there. And then an update, guys, on the Indy Boys Predictions Points Championship. Justin Cox has taken the lead, guys, with 40 points. Myself, Tristan Grider, in second place with 36 points. And eliminated from contention on the IB Points Cup, Daniel Chaney with 27 points, going 0 for 3 in quintuple points weekend for the championship. How are you feeling right now, Daniel? Eliminated from
I
contention.
don't want to talk about it.
I don't see his
I
face no more.
don't want to talk about it.
All I see is that beautiful K-line hat that you can get on Dalton Kellett's /store. Just saying. But yeah, guys, we're gonna talk more about the IB Championship at the end of the episode. Let's go into Motorsport Media. Alrighty, start with some interesting facts from this weekend. Joey Logano is now one of 2 multi-time Cup Series drivers that have won multiple Cup Series championships. The other one, of course, being KFB himself, Kurt Busch. No, Kyle Busch. So that's awesome. Roger Penske now is the first owner in motorsports history to win both the IndyCar Championship and NASCAR Championship as an owner in the same season. That is incredible.
That's crazy.
So
That he's the
Speaking
first
of-
ever to,
Yeah.
thinking about that, he's the first ever to do that. That's crazy.
that's insane. Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, like, there's only been so many teams that do both.
He's the
And-
only one ever.
Yeah, he's the only
Oh.
one.
No, like, to compete in both.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Like-
I got you.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to be competitive at both levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I mean, you
'Cause
think about the
obviously-
years that Penske has
Yeah.
won the championship. 2012, their first championship with Brad Keselowski. Hunter Ray wins the championship. I believe Power finishes second that year. 2018, when Joey wins the championship, Dixon wins the championship. Who finished second? Power. So
Power won in
they get
2014, didn't he?
14, yeah.
And then
And so, Also, that's kind of cool that the franchise drivers both won their second title. this
Yeah,
season.
that's true.
Pretty sick.
That's true.
That's very true.
Speaking of owners, we have a new owner in the NASCAR Cup Series. A little bit of a familiar face here. Jimmy Johnson has become a part owner of Petty GMS Motorsports and will drive for the team part-time in 2023, starting with the Daytona 500. Put him on the list. The number and sponsor are unknown. Wow. Jimmy Johnson. That's crazy. Never in a million years did I think Jimmy Johnson would be an owner of Petty GMS Racing. Sad that GMS
Seven-time
doesn't have.
Motorsports, baby.
Sad that they don't have 7 championships because I would love to see 7-time Motorsports. But I mean, they just recently went through a name change, so don't really need to
Makes
do that
sense.
again. Yeah. But Jimmy Johnson, that's incredible. And that he will return to the Cup Series part time. I would assume Daytona, Coke 600, maybe Talladega, Watkins Glen, a couple of the races that he loves to do.
Indy Road Course?
Honestly, yeah, probably.
Hear me out.
Never know. Yeah. Also, guys, speaking of NASCAR in recent weeks, there are no plans as of right now, Steve Phelps has announced, to get rid of the wall ride. So there's no rule right now in effect to get rid of it. Personally, you guys know our opinions that they should probably put a roll in so we don't see drivers trying to wall ride everywhere. Parker Kligerman interviewing Ross Chastain put in a little bit at the end there. He said, "You didn't want to wall ride in Phoenix?" And Ross didn't even cross his mind. Like, he's like, "Nah, I'm only doing that one time, man." But
I mean,
yeah.
he said he was like that hurt, bro. I'm not doing that again if I don't have to do it.
He said
Yeah.
I'll shoot 100%. I don't care.
Xfinity Series news, guys. Just some sponsorships before we have a driver announcement. Brandon Jones in 2023 for JRM, going to be sponsored by Menards full time. Sheldon Creed will return to RCR in 2023. That was confirmed this weekend with Whalen, his current sponsor, as the sponsor. And now we have a driver announcement, guys. Garrett Smithley will drive full time for BJ McLeod Motorsports in 2023 in that number 78 car. Congrats, Smithley, on your full-time ride. Truck Series. KBM will be a Chevy-backed team in 2023. The full-time driver will be Chase Purdy. That will be the full-time driver. His third team in 3 years. Another driver that's going to his third team in 3 years will be Jack Wood. However, he will only be part-time. He will be in the 51. So Chase Purdy full-time in the 4. Jack Wood will be part-time. As of right now, he'll be racing 10 races for KBM in the 51 truck, sharing that ride with a rotation of drivers, which will include the 5 races that Kyle Busch will run in 2023 for his team. So Jack Wood will not be full-time in 2023. This is, in my opinion, my favorite news of the weekend. Rev Racing will move up to the Cup Series level and partner with KBM to field the number 2 with Nick Sanchez behind the wheel full-time. We all personally thought
Cup
he was going
Series.
to... I'm sorry. In
Oh,
the series.
I was like, wait, I didn't see that. I was like, what?
Did I say Cup Series?
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
In the
I was
truck
like,
series,
okay,
guys.
Okay.
Rev Racing will partner with KBM to field the number 2 truck in the truck series full-time. Gamebridge will be the sponsor, making their first time that they will venture into trucks. Gamebridge, local sponsor in Indiana. We love them. So that is very exciting for Nick Sanchez. We all personally thought he was going to skip trucks. I think there was not one of us that didn't think that he was going to go truck series racing.
Kind of weird that they sent him the trucks.
Yeah. Same. I thought that was a little interesting,
especially because he's not run bad in the Xfinity series, like
No,
in the 48.
I mean, he was
multiple
like
top 10.
5 a lot of the time this past race.
So-
I mean, he recently got a top 10 last race of the season. I mean, he ran, I believe, the last 4 or 5 races of the season for Big Machine.
Yeah.
But Big Machine Racing, would you rather have a rookie driver coming in or a proven veteran in Parker Kligerman? Just saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd pick PK every day of the week. So, yeah, that is all the news that I have, guys, on the NASCAR side. Daniel, you have one little announcement, right, for Indy Lights?
Yeah. So Indy Lights, as it was once called, is now completely rebranding themselves. Now, the Road to Indy kind of rebranded themselves a bit. I believe, like, they changed from, like, USF Pro and Indy Pro to, like, I don't know. It's like, I don't remember if it's US. They changed to something.
Something Firestone.
Yeah, because the Firestone branding came in, they, like, changed it up a bit. And we thought they were going to just leave it as Indy Lights because that's just what it always has been for the longest time. But it is now going to be known as Indy NXT, which I know a lot of people think it's really cool. Me personally, I think it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. I'm a wrestling fan, if you don't know. There is like a long-running WWE show called WWE NXT, or just NXT for short. Therefore, if I don't see Hunter McElroy drop the elbow on somebody this season, it was not a good season. But I'm waiting to see if something happens with that. If they change it to like something else, or like tweak it just to avoid copyright.
Dude, I don't
really
think that
know.
WWE is gonna care.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I'm interested to see if anything happens.
I think you're the only one that has brought up the WWE.
No, I've seen it on social media. I know I'm not the only one.
Hey Jay, I'm talking completely to Jay here. It's pretty badass. Like the name's
like
pretty
it.
cool. Yeah.
It's Indy Next, not NXT like WWE.
Yeah, like we're not selling cryptocurrency over here, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's not happening. Thank you.
There's a difference, Daniel, okay?
It's not the same.
Yes, we're gaslighting you, Daniel. We're gaslighting
They're doing it
you.
with Firestone tires, okay?
Gatekeep, girl boss.
We're doing it with Firestone tires.
Off topic. Do you think like the gatekeep, like what is it? It's like gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Gatekeep, girl
Do you
boss.
think it could be like mansplain, manspread, like, and like what could the third one be? Like, you know what I mean? It's like you have mansplain, manspread, and then
Manpower, I guess.
no, that's terrible.
I don't know.
What could I don't know. It has to be like I don't know. Let us know in the comments down below what you think.
Although you
Actually,
want to know something
manpower.
that something I disagree with about the NXT, like Indy NXT branding.
Just say Indy next.
Indy I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna call it.
It's
They keep-
next.
All the
They said
Twitter,
next.
every Indy Lights driver said, "I got next" on
Okay,
Twitter.
Okay.
Every
okay,
single one.
Okay. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. But don't call it Indy next when your champion is not going to be an IndyCar next year, most likely.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
just a thought.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man has his face on the
That
museum right
kind
now.
of rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, yeah, like it's cool. Again, take the wrestling thing aside, take the potential lawsuit out of it. I do think it's cool, but that's spreading misinformation in a way. In a
Wait,
way.
misinformation. That could be it.
Yeah, man spread misinformation, baby.
We love that. Me when I'm in a misinformation battle and my opponent is Daniel Chaney.
What have I ever reported wrong?
All right, guys, that's all we got on the motorsport media side of things. Manspread,
I think Jay's got some
motorsport
F1
media.
stuff.
Oh, Jay, do you do have F1 news? I thought you said you didn't have.
I said I only had one for F1.
Oh, go right ahead, brother.
That's some misinformation, Tristan.
Yeah, that's misinformation, Tristan.
Damn.
It makes sense now. It makes sense now. But no, there is now a report that Formula Racers put out on Twitter that Haas is expected to announce their 2023 driver lineup this week. There's not a specific day, but the decision is between Mick Schumacher and Nico Hülkenberg. Those are the two drivers that are potentially going to fill that spot.
What about
Dragovich?
What about Dragovich?
This is what Formula Racers said. So they say it's
I
between
wanted
Schumacher and
Dragovich.
Hülkenberg. I know, I did too. So you're not the only one, but I don't know.
I'm sad. I don't want Nico. I'd rather have Mick back.
Yeah, I'd rather have Mick back instead of Nico. So yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's the only thing I have for F1. So
All right. Well, let's transition, guys, into race weekend. Oh, yeah. Okay. So as we mentioned, guys, let's start with the Truck Series Championship. Zane Smith is your Truck Series champion. Dominated this race. Absolute domination. Late race pit stop set up a situation where Zane Smith had to fight his way back to the lead. First thing I want to say, guys, is that we know that Zane Smith will be running full-time in 2023 in the Truck Series, returning for his 4th full-time season. Will Zane Smith repeat as champion in 2023? I'm going to start this one with Daniel.
I'm going to say no, just because of, like, the fact that there's, like, a championship 4 where pretty much any of those 4 can win. I'm going to say no. I think there are plenty of drivers that will still be contenders. I think there are plenty of drivers that will start to become contenders as they kind of mature as drivers and get better, maybe join better teams with all the team swaps. We're yet to see like what the full lineup is going to look like, and there are just plenty of drivers that can contend when there's the championship 4 format. So I'm going to say no. But I wouldn't be surprised if he did. It's not like I don't think he's capable of doing it. I mean, he's made the championship 4 every year of his career, right? Like, it's very possible. I feel like it's too early to tell who that champ 4 will be.
All right, Jay, what do you think? Zane Smith, repeat champion in 2023?
I'll say he makes the championship 4, but I'm not going to say he's going to be champion. I mean, he's a good driver, and front row in the Truck Series is actually really running really good. So I don't count him out that he's not going to make the champ 4, but I'm not going to say he's going to be champion. I'm not going to say he is, but I'm not going to say he isn't. I just say he makes the champ 4.
Yeah, and, maybe this is the Zane Smith fan in me. I've never had one of my favorite drivers win a championship, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands, right? Like, I'm going to say he repeats in 2023. And here's my reason why. Front Row Motorsports just made that championship money. They just got that championship bag. So they're going to have a lot to spend on Zane Smith next season. And I'm also going to say this might carry into their cup program a little bit because they're going to have some money next season.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Zane Smith repeats. He's obviously going to have some competition with Corey Heim full-time next season in that Tricon Garage number. What number is he driving? The number 11 truck. Nick Sanchez and the number 2 for KBM and Rev Racing. I think those two are going to be like his biggest competition. Maybe Grant Infinger. We obviously don't know what's going on with ThorSport yet. Toyota has a couple of Xfinity rides that they need to fill. Maybe that could be Christian Eckes and Ben Rhodes. You never know at this point of the year. My next question, guys, is about Front Row Motorsports. So, Truck Series, Front Row Motorsports just won a championship. Cup Series, Front Row Motorsports, a lot of the time, 15th to 20th place team, sometimes in contention for wins, sometimes in contentions for top 10s nowadays with Michael McDowell. Had the best season of his career, playoff threat. They've won 3 races in their entirety Cup venture, getting their first win in 2013, second one in 2016, then a 5-year drought until the Daytona 500 in 2021. Sorry, this is just my Front Row Motorsports fandom coming at me right now. Spire Motorsports started their truck program this season, and we already saw them get into victory lane. Here's my question. Which of the next lower tier Cup teams do you see venturing into the Truck Series?
Do you mean
or that should?
Do you mean I mean, I guess I don't know. That's weird. Hold on. That's a weird question. Hold on.
Or
I've never thought about.
do you think that more Cup Series teams should take advantage of the Truck Series?
I think they should all take advantage of the lower series in general. Is how I kind of look at it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just think that if the more practice they get, especially at a lower level, the better that they'll be. I think a team, I don't know, maybe Petty GMS Johnson Racing should venture down, or who knows?
Does GMS count?
GMS started in the Truck Series, so I don't think that really.
That's why it's they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, Petty GMS and GMS are in the same race shop, so I don't know.
But I think RFK needs to go back to Xfinity and maybe venture to the trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was going to be my thing. I think that RFK should have a truck program.
Colleague should go to trucks too.
I was gonna throw out a kind of curveball one.
What?
I was
gonna say maybe 2311.
Oh, that'd be
I
hype.
wouldn't consider them low tier though.
The thing about
his question was
2311
low tier though. That's why I was going.
The thing about 2311 Racing is that Toyota has the most seats available in the Truck Series, and I don't think that they need to make more.
Yeah.
Xfinity Series, I could see a 2311 Racing Xfinity Series ride for Shizzle. For Shizzle.
I think Trackhouse should venture down sooner too, to at least Xfinity.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I think I want trucks to go IndyCar racing. I want Trackhouse to go IndyCar racing. So that's just me. But
that would be pretty freaking cool.
Like a Chad Chastain. Could you imagine a Chad Chastain Truck Series car sponsored by Trackhouse Racing? Fire.
Yeah.
Pitbull makes
what IndyCar driver would drive for Trackhouse Racing though?
Ooh.
Carlos Munoz.
The comeback.
That'd be kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, guys, that's all we got to talk about with Truck Series. Congrats to Zane Smith on your Truck Series championship. All right, Xfinity Series, guys. Ty Gibbs wins the championship. Noah Gragson finishes second. Both of them are going Cup Series racing next season. Obviously, Ty Gibbs not really confirmed yet until JGR makes the announcement, but Steve Phelps pretty much said that he's going to be Cup racing next season. So, just letting you know. So, who will have the more successful Cup Series career? Ty Gibbs or Noah Gragson? Start this one with Jay.
Probably Ty Gibbs, because Ty Gibbs is going to come. I'm not saying Petty GMS Johnson Racing is not good equipment, but I'm pretty sure if wherever Ty Gibbs ends up at 23XI or Joe Gibbs, he's going to have far better equipment than what Noah Gragson might have, honestly. So, yeah, I think Ty Gibbs, at least for the start, will have a better career, probably, I would have to say. But I don't know. We'll have to tell. Maybe we'll get 5 years in, and we'll see where both of them are at. Whether Gregson ends up at, like, Hendrick or something, or he moves to a better, like, Chevy team or something. Or, I don't know. I say Ty Gibbs, though. I say Ty Gibbs will have a better career.
Daniel?
It's hard to tell because I think the 18 is going to be a lot better next year because all of a sudden these mysterious forces that were causing the 18 to be kind of crappy week by week, they're all going to magically disappear.
Why? Because of Ty Gibbs Racing?
What? No, why would that be? So yeah, I definitely agree with Jay. Early on, I feel like Ty Gibbs will have the better career early. But so this is just a quick. Do we know how long Gregson's contract with Petty GMS? Is it just 1 year?
He's only on a 1-year deal with Petty GMS.
Well, you know who's on a contract year next year, right?
Alex Bowman.
Alex Bowman. I think Gregson will be the replacement for Alex Bowman. He's already got a little bit of time in the 48. I think they were just kind of using a little test run, just kind of say, how do you fit with our guys? Like what's the vibe like? How do you work with the team? If I had to bet money, I would say Gregson takes the 48 or whatever that car number will be, because it's rumored that Rick Hendrick wants to give the 48 number to Petty GMS for Jimmy Johnson's ride.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that's the 48, the 88, the 25, whatever number they pick.
Yeah.
I feel like Gregson will end up.
Or maybe even,
Hendrick.
Bowman has a sprint car team and he runs the 55. Maybe we see Bowman run the 55. You never know.
But either way, I think Gregson's taking that ride after next year. I'm gonna go on a hot take, say career-wise. I want to say Gregson. But
I'm going to partner that with you. I think Gregson's going to be a Cup champion. I don't know if Ty Gibbs will ever win a Cup championship, but I think I could see Gregson winning a Cup championship.
Jay.
You just said Ty Gibbs won a Xfinity Series championship in his first year.
Dale Jr. won two Xfinity Series championships in his 2 straight years.
Dale Jr. was mid.
Dale Jr. was driving for his dad too.
But he was mid. as a diehard Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, I can admit that. Like he was kind of mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. Hot take.
I would say he's like A tier. I'd say he's A tier.
No, he was a solid B tier driver, dude. Like Casey Kane was better than Dale Jr.
If that's the case, Jr. C tier and Casey Kane would be B tier.
Leave Dale alone. He can hear you. He's listening. He can hear you.
The Pacers shirt.
No
he can
way.
hear you, and he's not happy.
He put Boomer on him. I'm dead. That's funny.
Be nice to Dale. He's always watching, bro.
Tyrese Halliburton is playing.
But yeah, massacre for me for saying that, but that's the truth. I don't care what anybody has to say. That's the truth.
You are gonna get some hot takes. Anyway,
I don't care.
That's all I got to say about the Xfinity Series. Congrats, Ty Gibbs, on your Xfinity Series championship. I cannot wait to see this rivalry continue in their Cup careers next year for Rookie of the Year. So that'll be exciting. Okay. Now, I have a couple Cup Series questions, guys. This one has to talk about team orders. Ryan Blaney was given team orders by Roger Penske not to pass Joey Logano with the final laps of the race. Visibly in his post-race interview, Blaney was mad. Do you think that Blaney could have passed Logano, and do you think that would have affected the championship at the end of it?
Yeah, he could have passed. He could have passed Logano.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He easily could have passed Logano, but I don't.
Me too.
It wasn't gonna affect anything. Like
that's what I thought. I don't think that. See, here's the thing. I like that having the race winner also wins the championship. It's happened the last now 8 seasons in a row.
Yeah,
it's happened. We've seen the race winner of the final race of the season win the championship. if Blaney wins the championship, it's exciting. One, for Roger Penske, you win the race and you win the championship. Two different drivers get to celebrate. You break the NASCAR record for most winners in a season. Ryan Blaney just had his first winless season of his Cup career. That's insane. Like, there were many people.
All-Star race. That's
won
crazy.
the All-Star race. And
no, I know. No, he didn't technically win a points paying race, but I'm just saying he only won the All-Star race. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I had him winning like at least 3 races this season.
I had Ryan Blaney winning 5 races this season.
But it's also not like he was like far off. Like, wasn't he second in points most of the season?
Yeah, he was
like,
second.
He was just consistent. He just never won.
Second, third, fourth, fifth, 10th.
He just never won.
Second. He just couldn't win. And we talked about it a lot on the show, I feel like, that Ryan Blaney just couldn't find victory lane. Martin Truex just had his first winless season since 2013, I believe. Brad Keselowski just had the first winless season since 2010. Like, we saw a lot of win streaks get broken this year. And Cole Custer still hasn't found victory lane for 2 seasons. What's going on?
He still has a seat.
Yeah, for real.
Let's not
talk about that.
We'll
talk about that at the start of next season, guys. But yeah, I don't think that would have affected the championship. Next thing we got to talk about is Ross Chastain. Who had Ross Chastain on their bingo card at the beginning of the season, getting second in points? That is insane. Do we think Trackhouse Racing takes a step back next season, or do you think that they'll consistently be like a championship 4 threat?
Probably nobody had him on the bingo card. And I think we'll probably see a consistent Trackhouse because I like how Justin Marks runs things. He's pretty good with marketing. Plus, he has Pitbull like helping fans and stuff. So I
Dale, baby.
I don't dale. But no, I don't see Trackhouse regressing. If anything, they might take a step forward.
I could see hot take. In the next couple seasons, I could see Suarez and Chastain both making the Champ 4.
That's fair.
That's fair. That's that might be a hot take, but
I just need things to go better for Suarez because Suarez probably could have made at least a round of 8 this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's what I got for that, and obviously we have a couple of Busch things, not Busch beer. Kyle Busch just had his final race with JGR. What is your favorite Joe Gibbs Racing memory with Kyle Busch?
I'll let Daniel go because Daniel is the.
I'm thinking.
Do you want me to go? Because I do have one.
You go.
I would have to say this is the most controversial one. I would have to say his 2015 championship. Reasons why. He was hurt bad, and this is when I gained respect for Kyle Busch. I was a Casey Kane fan growing up, everybody. I just want everyone to know that. And it's very common that Kyle Busch did not like Casey Kane.
And he wrecked Casey Kane a lot.
He wrecked Casey Kane a lot. And there was beef between the drivers. Always they were in each other's like faces in the garage. Kyle Busch did not like Casey Kane. Casey Kane did not like Kyle Busch. I was part of Team Kane there, obviously. When Busch came back and won the 2015 championship, that's when I realized I was like, this guy is a legend. I'd have to say that. And then the second one would have to be his 200th win in the NASCAR National Series. I would have to say those two. Pretty big ones. All right, Daniel.
Daniel, yeah, you go.
Okay, well, here's the thing. So you guys know I was like a casual NASCAR fan as a kid, so I didn't like watch every race. So mine is more just kind of like how it's not necessarily a singular moment. It's more of just how, given the opportunity with like Joe Gibbs Racing, the 18, he really got to develop as a character. Like we really got to see him just embrace the villain role. And
I love it.
Yeah, and listen. When drivers are just pieces of crap, I don't necessarily like it. But when they own up to it and they're like, yeah, like me or not, this is just how it's going to be. I'm like, you know what? I can get with that. Because at least you're aware. You're not trying to pretend that you're like not kind of a dick, you know? Like he's pretty upfront about it. And I like that he was just able to kind of make his own role in the NASCAR Cup Series and just be that character that, you know, half the people want him to wreck out. They don't want anything to do with him. But the other half were like, I want you to win. You're my guy. Like, there's a reason he's one of 2 NASCAR drivers that has their own merch hauler.
Yeah.
He's probably the second most popular driver.
Mm-hmm.
Real
You could
quick,
argue first.
real
but-
quick, Jay. You remember when there was a personal hauler for every single driver?
Bro, oh my gosh, yes.
Greg Biffle had his own hauler, bro.
A
Yes.
biff, bro.
It was
That,
crazy.
those were the days, man. Remember when they tried to like get rid of the haulers?
Yeah.
That one year?
They were
Yeah,
about
they
to
were like
completely-
10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was weird.
it was a dumb year. It was a stupid year.
But yeah.
Anyway, what about you, Jay?
Mine kind of ties into Daniel's a little bit because any of his interviews, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. Or the one time where everybody has asked him questions, he was just like, the car ran good, we ran good, that's all I can do. Any more questions? The car ran good. And then that's all he said the entire time. I love Kyle Busch. I don't care what anybody says. I used to hate him because my family didn't like him and I never like really paid attention to him. But as I grew up and I realized like Kyle Busch is not the villain everybody thinks he is. I love Kyle Busch, dude. I love Kyle Busch.
Are you mad? Yep.
Yep.
You agree with the rule? Nope.
Nope. I love Kyle Busch.
You know what another good Kyle Busch memory is? When he won the Bushy McBush race.
Yes, the
That's a
Bushy.
good- that's a
Kyle
good memory.
Busch won the Bushy McBush race.
Speaking of Bushes, Kurt Busch is officially retired, maybe. He's just doing a part-time schedule in 2023. What's your favorite Kurt Busch memory?
Probably, let's say, for me, probably Kurt Busch memory would probably have to be, man, probably when he won the Daytona 500, with Penske.
SHR.
Yeah. No, he won it with Penske too. In
No,
the 2 car.
no, he didn't.
With the 2
No,
car,
he
yeah.
didn't. No, he didn't.
Huh?
He didn't. Newman won it.
Was it Newman?
I swear to you. Newman won it in 2008 in the 12 car.
Oh, that is who I'm thinking of then. 12, 2. Okay, that's who I'm thinking of then. My bad. Okay.
He won
No.
it with SHR in 2017.
No, because I remember watching that 500. That's why I said him, because that's why I was like, oh, yeah. But no. I guess probably the race, I think it was either Kentucky or Kansas. Or no, it might have been Las Vegas, actually.
It was Kentucky, baby. It was Kentucky.
Yeah, and it was
Like
between
he beat
him
Wayne
and,
Racing, him
it
and
was-
Kyle Busch.
yeah, him and Kyle Busch, and they were
That's gonna
racing
be
with 2 to go. That was really good racing. I love that.
He got out of the car, was so
Yeah.
hype. I would have to
just-
say that one, or him clutching it 2 seasons ago to advance to the round of 8 at Las Vegas in 2020. That was a big one. Obviously, his final win in the Jordan car was a big one.
Mhm.
But I can't let the radio sweetheart get off like off the hook there. The best radioactive person of all time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, both Bush brothers, yeah. That's like 1 and 2
Yeah.
right there.
There you go.
Replaceable,
have
whatever
to say-
order you want.
Every uncensored radioactive of all time. Kurt Busch. Daniel, what about you?
Okay, well, NASCAR wise, since I didn't watch like all of
Ooh.
it growing up, I feel like the 23-11 win was pretty special, just because seeing him with like this weird ragtag new team almost, like that was just cool. And he was also in a really sick Jordan car, that just
Yeah.
made it better. But let's be real, you know what my pick is.
Yeah.
When Kurt Busch ran the Indy 500, that was
Yeah.
sick. Nobody expected him to do as well as he did. Like that's my number one. That's my number one. But I'm the IndyCar guy, so you guys knew that was coming from me. So
Speaking of open wheel racing, guys, that's all we have left for the remainder of the season is F1. Closing out this NASCAR season, guys. We'll talk a lot more about it in our awards show at the end of the season. But NASCAR, the 2022 NASCAR Cup Series season has come to an end. Good night. All right, let's transition to the predictions.
Alrighty, everybody. So, after oh my god, you YouTube people hate me. I know you do. It never pops up for some reason. Okay, there we go. Now it's up there,
You
guys.
just got so excited and then like
yeah.
immediately
Depressed. But no, it's okay. So let's get into what happened this past weekend. So Tristan got his pick right with Zane Smith in the Truck Series, and then I got both of my picks right with Ty Gibbs and Joey Logano in the Xfinity and the Cup Series. Those 3 picks were worth 5 points, which put me from 30 points to 40 points, and then it put Tristan from 31 to 36 points. And Daniel, sorry, bub.
wah,
Talk
wah.
about it.
He said I want to talk about it.
Did you
Daniel
just say wah, wah?
wasn't Daniel the one in the lead for like the longest time?
Daniel
Yeah,
was that was
'cause-
a 10-point lead on me for like the whole season.
'Cause I was just throwing out random picks in the era of the next gen where just random people were winning, and I was like,
Yeah.
screw it, keep it going.
He's like, keep it going. And then
He also picked Noah Gregson for an entire 4 months.
that's
Yeah,
true.
and it worked out for a lot of that.
Yeah, but no. We also got our group pick wrong. So Carson Hocevar is our group pick. So yeah, but that's how it turned out last week. It's looking sweet for me. We just gotta make sure that I close out the season good with F1
Yeah,
here. So
Pretty much can't let Jay get a point for the rest of the season if I want a shot.
yeah,
And
and you're
2
gonna
races
have to have
left.
the perfect podium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
it's not impossible.
Not impossible.
It's just not likely.
Doable.
It's
Because
just
doable.
none of us have had a perfect podium all season.
Do
Yeah.
it, Jay. Pick Esteban Ocon P1.
I almost did. I almost did a last race.
Yeah.
But okay.
Okay.
So we're at Brazil this weekend for F1. What is your guys' podium picks?
I'm going last.
So I'm going last. Daniel.
Okay, Max P1. Why would I not do that? I'll go Lewis P2 again. And I'll go Checo P3. I'll be basic.
I have
Okay.
the exact same podium as Daniel.
Really?
Yeah.
It's basic, but like it happens like 50% of the week.
I want to see a Lewis win, but Max is on a tear. And he's trying to set records that no one will ever break.
Yeah, if he wins these last 2 races, I don't think anybody ever again will, unless they
Ever.
win the entire season. I don't think they will ever beat the record. Honestly, I'm
Richard
just-
Petty type beat.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with Max Verstappen, and then next I'm gonna go Checo, and then third I'm gonna go with Lewis.
Bro, dude, Jay's out here leaving the door open, guys. He's out
Bruno
here
Mars.
leaving the door open. He.
I like that it took you a little bit to just hear that I said that.
Wait, what?
Man. He said Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I said Bruno Mars type beat.
Oh, leaving the door open. Okay, I just got it. Okay.
He's in his Silk Sonic era.
All right, group pick though, since we only have.
Can we do a Esteban Ocon podium?
Okay.
Like
Let's
Esteban
go.
Ocon podium pick? I think that's kind of fire. Like, he's been on the verge of a podium all season, and Brazil is a good track for him. So, you never know.
Well, that's predictions.
Yeah, guys. A little bit of a short episode this week, but as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, guys, the Indy Boys Cup Series is on its way, and it's exciting. It's gonna be cool. Like, it's gonna be pretty cool. And guys, this is not a series that you guys have to race in, because I am absolutely terrible at iRacing.
You're terrible at iRacing.
Daniel can't even drive go-karts. Like, what's going on here? So we don't want to get our cheeks clapped by Jay every week. So we're doing an AI series. The first race of the season, guys, is going to be December 4th. And that's going to be the Daytona 500. So this is going to just be a quick 17-week series. 10 races to set the playoff picture. and then a 6-race playoffs. We'll get more logistics out of the way for you guys in the future.
7-race playoffs.
Sorry, 7-race playoffs.
Yeah.
We'll get some more logistics out of the way for you guys in the future, but we got some surprise tracks on there, and it's gonna be a good time.
And
we
the
also have
Discord.
races coming out. Go ahead.
And the Discord coming too. So mention
Discord's
that.
coming soon.
Yeah.
And do you want me to announce out some of the special dates that we have? We have some races coming out on holidays.
Sure.
I haven't seen any of them. I'm kind of intrigued.
We have a race coming out on Christmas, guys. And we have a race coming out on New Year's. It's going to be pretty sick. And we have some really exciting stuff for you guys planned with the Discord channel, just so you guys can keep in touch with us, reach our fans and listeners all around the United States and out of the country. I know we have some out of country listeners, which is insane to me.
Mhm.
But yeah, NASCAR season has officially come to the end, which means the door is open for the Indy Boys Cup Series. Fill out that Google form, y'all. Fill out that Google form in the next couple of weeks so that Jay can get you your spot on the roster. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be really
We're
hype. Tell
shooting
your
for
grandma.
at least 20 people. We're at 10 now. So
Yeah, at least 20. There's 40 spots available, so
yeah.
I'm letting you guys know the spots are not gonna last. So like, get them while you can. And
Oh, your friends. Your friends don't have to know anything about racing.
Yeah. Just get them
Honestly.
to join. Just get them to join.
yeah, and then
get together.
Just tell them that you'll get a really cool looking car and you get to root for yourself.
Yeah. And then you get to just sit down and eat pizza and watch the races with them. Okay.
I get to sit down and watch myself and eat pizza and commentate myself. Like,
special announcement, guys. We will be commentating the races, and you never know. We might have some special guest commentators in there as well. Just a little tease there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun series, guys. We have a lot of plans for the last couple episodes of the season. This is episode number 43. We only have 2 episodes left of the season and then the awards show.
Great.
Sad.
Great.
I'm doing it. It's coming to an end, but you know, guys, follow our social medias on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, at Indy Boys Podcast. You guys know it. Linktree, it's in the bio, guys. Everything there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, our Buzzsprout praise. That's all there. We love it. We love it so much. Buy merch. IndyBoysMerch.com. Daniel Chaney, Justin Cox. My name's Tristan Grider. Have a good one, y'all. The NASCAR season has come to an end. Congrats to all those champions. Love you guys. Peace!
Peace.